Welcome back everyone to another video. I'm DK.
I'm SHARKMAN.
And today we are going to be ranking all of the Transformer movies. The live action movies. There are 7 of them.
So far.
So, before we begin, if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the like button if you enjoy this video, and share with your friends.
Yep.
And yeah, let's get started. Number 7 for me is Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
Yep. That's mine as well. But you didn't watch that one.
I've watched parts of the first 3 movies, but the thing is, I have had the hardest time going through them because
Sam Witwicky.
I hate Sam so much.
You're not
And
the
Meg.
only one. You're not the only one.
And the Megan Fox, I hate those two so much. I don't like them at all. So, yeah, the second one was the worst one of all of them. I mean, mostly because, like, I remember scenes, because I've watched parts of it. Of, like, just Sam, like, not meeting up with his girlfriend, and
Michaela.
Michaela, and she, like, always putting things off and coming up with lame excuses, and just their whole dynamic was terrible to me. I also didn't, I mean, the only parts that I liked were Bumblebee, you know?
I feel like Transformers were the only saving grace of those movies.
Like, seriously, I don't know why. I just despise the movie. I couldn't watch the whole thing. That's how bad it was to me.
I watched the whole movie through with Dad.
Like, what? Like, why is it your number 7?
It was just not... Well, for one, it wasn't that great, which is sad because it has 2 characters. Well, okay. There were a couple things I did like about it. A couple of things I did like about it was Wheelie. I liked Wheelie in it because I think Wheelie's a funny character, and I like funny characters. And he's a Transformer, so this is just a bonus. I liked Jetfire because I thought Jetfire was funny, and I think he's a very, wise looking. I mean, he's old, so it makes sense he'd look wise and stuff. His dad was the first wheel and didn't transform into anything, but he did so with honor, where he said whatever he said, something like that, which I thought was funny. That one was hilarious to me. And then the twins, I liked the two twin Transformers, Skids and Mudfly. I thought they were funny. I know that a lot of people don't like them because
always the best.
Yeah,
part.
but a lot of people didn't like them because they said they were stereotypical, and it's weird because one of the twins is played by a white dude and the other is played by a black guy. But so it's just kind of whatever. But I thought they were funny. In my opinion, I thought they were funny, and they're stereotypical or whatever. But I like funny characters, so that's why I liked them. But other than that, that's like, no.
Yeah. I think, I just couldn't get through that movie.
It just wasn't interesting. Other than the Transformers stuff, it wasn't interesting. Like, it was just kind of boring, and most of the movie was basically just the people, basically. And that's pretty much what most of the Transformer movies are. It's just the people. Maybe
the people are always useless
they get somewhat useful in some of the later movies, but the first 3 probably have the most useless people. Well, 3, Sam was a little bit more useful, but still not very useful. But he was a little bit more. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just hard to explain, but that's why I don't like Revenge of the Fallen.
Number 6 is the first Transformers movie.
Yep.
I talked to David about this. I wonder if we have the exact same.
We watched Transformers 07 once, and me and Megan did. Like, the whole movie. The whole movie. That was the first Transformer movie we watched, obviously, because it's not the first, one. Whatever. It was better than the second movie, only because Well, yeah, Sam was. It makes sense that he would be freaking out a little bit more. It just makes a little bit more sense that he'd be freaking out because it's aliens coming from the sky. You know, so it just makes sense that you'd be a little bit more whiny in that movie. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it just makes a little bit more sense, but that doesn't mean I like him still. Like, he's still bad. Like,
I liked him better in this movie only because of, his reaction is more what I would expect, but at the same time, like, he was too whiny. And also, I really hate Megan Fox in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know why he felt like he felt so drawn to her as a girlfriend material, and
because that's just how guys are. They see a bunch of this and this and and like that's just how guys are.
I don't know. Also, but I mean, Bumblebee is always great. Optimus Prime is always great. Like, all of the Transformers are always great. The plot seemed better than the second movie.
And even though Ironhide and Ratchet aren't like our favorite characters, they were still enjoyable to watch. Like, if they're on screen, because this is action, bro. It's just, it's fun. And
all the action is always great.
The only other complaint I have about the first movie is that they didn't really have any action up till the end. That was like the only other complaint I had, is that most of the action only happened at like the end of the movie.
Yeah,
but
I mean, the only reason they even needed Sam in this movie is because he was related to somebody with an artifact.
Is that or somebody? Well, he was related to somebody who had something that implanted the location of an artifact that they were looking for. Yeah. So that's the only reason why
Once
he was.
Once they got it, they could have just like dumped him.
Yeah.
But no, they had to take him with them.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
He's just useless. I'm sorry.
He's just not as useful as
They
some other
never
people.
make the humans useful in, like, that's what I didn't like the first 3 movies. Later on, they did.
I would even argue that Charlie was pretty useful, or whatever her name is. I think Charlie was a lot more useful. Just, at least she actually did stuff. Like, Sam just, like, I mean, like I said in the third movie, he did a little bit more, but still, like, not enough to save him.
Speaking of which, number 5 is Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
Yeah.
Because I like his new girlfriend better.
I have to say this. I think, even though I don't like Sam, Transformers Dark of the Moon is probably my favorite out of the first 3. Just because there's more Transformer action.
The girl was
a little bit...
more lovable than...
I didn't care about her, to be honest. She was too sexual looking, and I didn't care, so... I didn't really like her that much. Carly, I think was her name. I didn't like Carly that much. I don't like any of the female characters because Michael Bay likes to make them too sexualized or whatever. But anyway, and all that stuff. But besides that, it had a lot more action in it. I liked Sentinel Prime. I thought it was really cool to have what is it, double agent or whatever. I was a little sad when Ironhide died because even though he's not my favorite character, I still liked Ironhide. And I was really sad that he died.
He reminded me of Treebeard.
Yeah, that's why I was actually kind of somewhat attached to Ironhide, even though again he wasn't my ultimate favorite, whatever. I still liked Ironhide. I was really sad to see him die because he's supposed to be this because in the first movie they set him up to be like this really you know what I mean? Like, he used to be like a weapon general or whatever. Like, he was a specialist in weapons basically. He was like nobody could really take him down. And it just was really sad that he died in that way, I guess.
Right.
But it makes sense that was like kind of the only way for him to die because he couldn't really be taken down by anyone else. So a double agent had to be the way to kill him because he wouldn't have expected.
Right.
But. And I liked Sentinel's weapons. I thought Sentinel's weapons were cool. That's another thing I liked about Transformers is their weapons. I think some of their weapons are cool. Like Sentinel's sword, like double-bladed sword.
Are cool. The way they can... certain cars are really cool.
And then Sentinel's rust cannon, I thought was really cool. Like, they make really cool interesting weapons and how to, use them and what they do and stuff. So, I just think that they're... I don't know. It's just...
Yeah. I mean, I agree with all that.
And I like the part where they faked dying, the Autobots fake dying, because I thought that was really dope to see that they're they actually had a plan to not actually technically leave
Yeah,
and
they just needed to fake it.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's so cool to see that they're so like there was I don't know. It's just cool to see strategic stuff. But it makes sense because they were working with the army, so it makes sense they would be able to do strategic stuff like that. But anyway,
now to get to the better ones.
Yeah.
Because when the fourth, hold on. Transformers: Age of Extinction. Amazing movie to me. Okay. A breath of fresh air from Sam Witwick.
Have you heard of a really quick before you continue? Have you ever heard of a show called Bob Show?
No. Why?
Oh, he did some reviews on Transformers movies, and he did the Age of Extinction. And he's like, and he forgive me for saying this, but he craps on Sam just as much as we do. He's like, because when he was like reviewing her about like Cade and how Cade's like a better character, he was like, he's such amazing character. He's like the feeling of Sam being absent is like that moment where you have to go like really bad, and then you get to the toilet, you file it out, you feel that relief. That's how he described it. Was that's how he felt when Sam was no longer in the movies. It was just like, it's literally for him, but you know.
Yeah, because I really like Mark Wahlberg in this movie because, like, it's a typical dad, and like, I guess the one thing is like I love that he's an inventor. Not only that, but like him not being able to meet the boyfriend beforehand and everything, and going on this adventure with both of them is hilarious. He's brave. He
doesn't really complain. He only complains about the boyfriend. That's pretty much the only thing he complains about.
He doesn't really sell out Optimus either. He helps Optimus. Like, after you meet his character, you think, oh, he would do anything for a buck because he needs the money, but he doesn't do that. And even though the daughter's like, you should have done this.
He only complains with the boyfriend. That's the only thing he complains about. I don't mind because the boyfriend is like
he's very strict.
He's okay. Here's the thing. Even though Shia LaBeouf is in this movie, he's basically the Shia LaBeouf of this movie. The boyfriend, like he complains. He is not brave at all, and I'm happy that at least the main, what I consider the main character, human character, actually is brave and does something. Yes. Unlike Sam, who would run away as a coward like boyfriend, Mark Wahlberg actually is brave and actually fights.
And he actually, yes, that's the thing. He actually does something.
Like, he does something, unlike Shia LaBeouf and the Irish boyfriend.
He even stays behind with Optimus to fight the...
Shane? Is that his name, Shane? I think that's the name of the boyfriend. I think Shane is the name of the boyfriend. And it's funny because, like, the one scene where Cade is like, you're not gonna, like, chicken out on me right now. He's like, yeah, I got you, whatever. Then they start, like, coming in, like, whatever. And then he's like, I surrender. Like, you know.
It's like Jar Jar Binks and like,
and I hate it. And
I give up.
And I dislike the boyfriend. The part that makes me dislike the boyfriend probably the most is when they save her and she thanks the boyfriend for saving her, even though, like, he chickened out when like, I hate it when people take credit for things they didn't do.
Exactly. I didn't really like the boyfriend or the daughter.
But yeah, and even Bob Show was like, when that scene came up, he's like, no, your father saved you. You know what this bonehead did? And he goes back to the part where he, like, chickens out or whatever. He's like, our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm glad they
it's so funny, dude.
They have his back.
It's so funny, dude.
Cade's back. I love Cade so much. Mark Wahlberg does perfection with the character. I love it so much. Oh my goodness, I can't. The Transformers are funnier in these movies too, and like I love the one scene with Bumblebee and
Drift.
Is that what his name is? The one that's modeled after him?
Oh, you mean Stinger?
Stinger. I love that whole scene where he's like they're saying, "Oh, Stinger's is better than Bumblebee."
Yeah, Bumblebee like. Look, I'm not even touching it. I'm barely touching it. It's just like, Yeah, punch it over.
One of the best scenes. I love Bumblebee so much. And then near the end,
I told you,
it's
old boy.
revealed the dinosaur.
The Dinobots, yeah.
The Dinobots. Oh, they're great. I love them so much.
Told you, homeboy. Get the shit done. Sorry. I remember because they come into the room and he like transforms back into cardboard and they like he's like looking around. He's like, I didn't do this, and they're like, what did you do? And then Bumblebee does the radio part. He's like, I told you, homeboy. Get the shit done.
Bumblebee best character.
Like Bumblebee is hilarious. I love it. I love it,
him
dude.
so much.
Sorry.
Next is the Transformers: The Last Night.
Yeah.
I'm so glad the boyfriend and the daughter are not in this movie.
Yeah.
And I love the new love interest and the new girl, the little girl, better.
I don't like her in the beginning, but I like her at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
The girlfriend, not the kid, the girlfriend.
The second,
she's kind of,
second best Transformer is I call him Frenchie.
He's really his Hot Rod, but
Hot Rod.
it's just easier to remember Frenchie because he has a French accent and he like
He's so
no. I hate the accent. I'm stuck with the accent.
Like,
oh no, wait,
I will stop the time.
Wait a second. No, it's no. I hate the accent, but I can't get rid of it. I am stuck with the accent. That's what the whole line is. I always forget that part. But yeah, and it's cool because him and Bumblebee were friends, or friends, and like old friends and stuff. So it's just like really cool to see.
Please, mademoiselle, please.
He reminds me of that Knuckles meme. Why are you running? Or that's what he reminds me of. That's what it reminds me of. Well, like when she's back up and try to like swing the hand. She is very difficult or whatever. This is funny, dude. It's
come on. I love him so much. I call him Frenchie. I nicknamed him that. Like
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod. Actually, he's the third best. I will tell you who the second best is in a little bit.
Cogsworth is funny too.
Yeah, I mean,
the whole thing.
The whole thing. Bumblebee is amazing. It's like what the heck are you doing over here? Why are you shooting at us?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sorry. He's like still living in the whatever time period that he is from.
Yeah.
And then, and then Cade. Like, what's the butler's name?
Cogsworth.
Yeah,
I just said that.
Yeah, I forgot.
Dude's like almost 500 years old too, because he was like what, like 500 generations of.
It's like, oh no,
Whitmans
he just jumped out of the elevator.
I don't know. He just jumped out of the elevator.
And then he attacks him.
Yeah, he breaks Crosshair's finger.
Yeah.
He's like, who's the C-3PO Red Ball? He's like, don't mess with the messenger. He like breaks his finger.
And also the car drive scene.
Yeah, I do like the Dinobots though. Too bad we don't get to see Strafe and Scorn.
Yeah.
Because we only see Slug and like once, and we see Grimlock like twice.
Yeah.
Oh, no, three times. We see him 3 times because he smacked Barricade into a wall.
Yeah, and then like also Bumblebee getting his voice back and his best line of Sting. Like,
that's probably my favorite line out of all the movies so far.
Yes. Nobody talks about it. I'm
that
like, why?
That and the this line he says in the we'll get to it when we get to it. But basically, I just like that he says some pretty good lines. And the Knights were pretty cool. I'm sorry, but I love medieval stuff, and I think the knight designs were so cool. And I think it's cool that they can transform into a dragon. Like, it's sick.
True.
That's just so cool. Like they combine into a dragon form.
If you've seen, I mean, you guys would know this because when we did the Disney top 10 Disney animated movies, Sword in the Stone was his second favorite, which is King Arthur and Merlin and stuff. So the medieval time. Yeah, so it was great to see that kind of.
I know stuff.
Medieval time in the very beginning.
And Merlin's even in the movie. It's plays by the same guy who plays in the last movie. The scientist dude in the last movie, the bald guy plays Merlin, and I'm like, yes,
bring him.
Seriously, the Dragonstorm is probably like the coolest like combining transformer ever. Like he, like I don't know, it's just cool. It's like a 6-headed dragon that breathes fire. It's just so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, them and the Dinobots are probably my favorite. Like, well, combiners, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, the action's great too.
Yeah. Scorn and Strafe, by the way, are the Spinosaurus and the
Yeah.
Strafe is the pterodactyl, and
I just
Scorn
forgot
is the,
which one was what, but I do remember that they are the.
Slug makes sense because he's like tanky, and so it looks like he'd be like slow. So Slug, like, you know what I mean, like.
Right.
I don't know. It's sad, but like it is sad
really
that we didn't get to see him
and
much.
again, Cade does something.
Yeah.
He also
He invents the baby
saves
Dinobots.
the.
No, yeah, he does more than that. But I just think that was another cool thing that we got to see.
He was chosen as the last knight of, to protect Optimus.
Yeah.
And lead them and stuff.
Which I wish they gave him a suit of armor though, not just a sword.
Yes.
Or a shield at least. If you're gonna give him a sword, give him a shield at least.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just thought it would have been cool.
Wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Were all of the movies so far in the same order?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well,
actually, they're all in the same order.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my. Two minds think alike.
Yeah.
Number 2, Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Okay, so David and I, before we watched the number 1, we were really, like, we did like, The Last Night in Age of Extinction, but we really wanted a amazing movie with a good human character.
Charlie was that. Charlie and her friend. I like her friend.
I like her friend.
Her friend was funny.
It's like, no, that's too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon. That definitely is that. And Bumblebee, oh my goodness. When I heard they were just making a solo Bumblebee movie, I was so excited. Because Bumblebee, guys.
It's Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
I like both versions of Bumblebee. I just think I like both of their designs.
Yeah, I do love both designs, but I think I like a simpler version better. In Bumblebee, seemed like he had, like, his eyes were bigger, so they made him seem more vulnerable and stuff. He kind of reminds me. It kind of reminded me of Herbie a little bit.
Yeah, just yellow.
Just because of the attitude, because like, I know Herbie can't transform and everything, but like his attitude is similar.
You know what? I would not blame somebody who's never seen Herbie if they watched the movie and thought it was a Transformer movie, because it literally, like, even though doesn't ever transform because he's not, like, whatever, he does stuff that's so Transformer-like in car form. Like, you know what I mean?
Like,
it's like Bumblebee in the movies.
Like Transformers, the first one, when he follows them as a bug, like the bug, and he, like,
follows who? In which movie?
When in the first Transformers movie, when he is a bug and he follows Sam.
He doesn't follow Sam in a bug. He's in Chimera form.
Wait, who? I thought he was in a bug.
No, he's in his Chimera form.
Sure?
Because he scanned a Chimera at the end of Bumblebee, remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So.
Anyway, him following him reminded me of
Herbie, yeah. And him destroying, like, the glass on the other cars. Like, that's something Herbie would do.
Oh, and so, like, in Bumblebee, like, from a short backstory of how he lost his voice to when he first meets Charlie to, like, him doing pranks and learning how humans do things and stuff. It's hilarious. Him going through the house is hilarious.
Yeah, especially when he's on that Segway, like, form where he, like, kind of gets on, like, the 2 wheels and, like, kind of, like, rolls or whatever.
His interactions with both Charlie and her friend. Her friend is hilarious. He's so good. Like, I can't praise it enough. They had a good storyline. They had good characters. The strained relationship between mom and daughter was great. The scene with the stepdad doing the car thing.
Oh yeah, because he saw it in, like, some cop show.
The brother is, like, on point too.
Yeah,
Otis
is
so funny. And then
actual Decepticons that do deception stuff, like they actually deceive people.
They had John Cena be the bad guy, which was great. The Decepticons were great.
Shower and Dropkick were pretty good, and they're triple changers, which I think we haven't really seen too many triple changers in the movie, so it's cool to see it. See that.
The last fight was great. There's just so much I could praise it for. It did everything that I would want in a Transformer movie. And it was my number one for a long time. Until Transformers Rise of the Beasts came out.
Yep.
Guys, when I say they did...
Yeah, and also because even though the Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts are both in the same universe and they're supposed to be like reboots, it does take place before the first movie, which is why I said he's in Camaro form when because he would, so. And I like that they kind of mixed the Michael Bay version of Bumblebee and the Travis Knight, I think is what he said, his version of Bumblebee, like in one, because you can kind of see both like in there.
Right.
Which I thought was cool, and I just liked his design.
Yeah.
Sadly, Bumblebee wasn't really in the movie that much. It was mostly about Optimus Prime. But we did get new characters. We got new characters. We got Mirage. I liked Mirage.
He took the place of Bumblebee
as the main character car or whatever. The car of the main character. And I liked it because, well, one, it gives somebody else to turn in the spotlight, which, don't get me wrong, I love Bumblebee, but it makes sense that you want to switch it up, too.
But here's the thing,
and
what I liked about them taking Bumblebee out for a while is to show how important he is as a soldier. Because, let's start at the beginning here. One, the plot is amazing. Having the main male character be a ex-soldier,
which was cool.
Which is
why I like him better than Sam.
So he would be useful and know how to strategize. It's great. Having the female be an
archaeologist.
Yeah, thank you. I can't say it. It's hard for me to say big words. Have her be useful in a way of understanding symbols and stuff to help the Transformers be able to shut down the thing at the very end of the movie and actually find the real place of where the key is. Yeah. Amazing. On top of all of that, having the main male character have similar thought process and emotions as Optimus Prime does for his fellow Transformers, great idea, so that they can understand each other later in the movie. They think that they have to protect, he thinks he has to protect the Transformers, and the male character thought he had to protect human life over the Transformers. But when they stop and help each other, they realize they can save both. And it helped start Optimus Prime down a road to be able to trust humans.
It's cool to see. It's actually really cool because over the years of watching Transformer movies, I think we've all had the question of how did Optimus Prime come to trust people? You know what I mean? At least once. I feel like everybody who's seen the Transformer movies who's new to it has asked that question at least once. And it's cool to see that they actually answer that in this movie because it makes sense. You're an alien race that came to another planet and you're not trusting of the natives. So it makes sense it's going to take time to earn or to gain trust with each other. It just makes sense. And it's cool to see that because it makes you kind of appreciate Optimus Prime more because it shows that he can be reasoned with. He's reasonable. Yeah. And that you can trust him and he can trust you. Right. You know what I mean? It's just cool to see that development and how he came to you know what I mean?
Yeah. On top of all that, Bumblebee, him being able them carrying over his time with the humans from Bumblebee was a great idea because of it helped Optimus. He came to trust the male character. What is his name?
Noah.
Noah. Okay. I forgot.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
Help with Noah. Trusting Noah.
I think Bumblebee just trusted Noah from the get-go because he knows that not all humans are bad.
Yes. So like, and like.
I don't want you guys to drive-in theater anymore, Bumblebee.
I guess, like, you don't understand how I feel, or whatever. Like,
yeah, he makes like references to movies and stuff from that era. It was awesome.
Oh.
And then Mirage was cool. I think Mirage's attitude was dope. I think they got the correct person to play Mirage. I think his attitude was so upbeat. Like great. he actually sounds, or like he's actually somebody I could see, like if he was in a human form, he sounds like somebody who would be from New York. Yeah. Like just his upbeat attitude. His New Yorker like accent, you know what I mean? Like he's got like that kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just sounds like
the thing that is so
accurate.
great. The thing that is so great about Mirage is you have a character who is so beloved that can fill the shoes of Bumblebee for the time being that Bumblebee is out of the movie. Because like it's not like it's probably 30 minutes into the movie that Bumblebee is taken out. And for people who don't know, who haven't seen the previous movies for Transformers, if you're a newcomer to Transformers and this is the very first movie you go to see besides Bumblebee, and you see that scene, it hits hard because you think he's out of the picture for the rest of like either the movie or he's never coming back in future Transformer movies. But also if you are a person who loves Bumblebee so much that he makes the movie for you, Mirage fills that spot perfectly in my opinion, because he is a great fighter. He supports the humans, and also just his humor and everything is so great, and he's always like the first one to want to step up and help the humans, like protect them.
I think
especially the part where he puts his own armor onto Noah at the very end, which was really cool.
Which I thought was really cool because
cool.
It's kind of it resembles something from the old TV series, where they had these like suits where like people could be like the engine of their transformer, like they would like combine. Yeah. So it was really cool to see.
It was really, really cool.
I thought, and I think Mirage was for Noah what Bumblebee was for Charlie, or what Optimus Prime was for Cade, where they have that connection to that human counterpart. You know what I mean? So it just makes sense that, you know.
I really, really, really love this movie. Not only that, but with the Maximals, getting to know them, and you only get to know Ares for a short time before she dies.
Which is really sad because I was really liking her.
Yes, because
I like
you
her
fall
character.
in love with her so fast that, I mean, the way they did it was so great that when she died, I cried. Seriously, because she was amazing. She was like the mother hen of the group. She was so amazing.
And Optimus Prime was like the Optimus Prime, the Michael Bay. Well, this movie's version of the Michael Bay Optimus Prime, where he's like a leader who cares about humans and has to teach people. You know, he has to teach them how to like the humans and to trust the humans. And I like that because it's just cool. And I think he's like, I don't know, he's basically the Optimus Prime of the Maximals. Basically, it's cool to see that, and I like that. There's not just a specific type of transformer, because you have different like versions. You have like the hyena transformers from Age of Extinction. You've got Dinobots. You've got Dragon Storm. You've got the Maximals. You know, you've got the Predacons and all that stuff.
I would say that was a downside for me. That I would love to have seen more was Cheetor.
Cheetor. I liked Cheetor, and even though Rhinox had a voice actor, he didn't talk. I loved Rhinox.
Yeah.
Well, for one, I like the muscly characters who are like strong and stuff. He had a really cool hammer. I'm just saying, he had like a sick hammer. But he's also an engineer, he's like the engineer. He's like what is he? He's like the wheeljack for the Maximal, where he's like an inventor and like the smart guy.
Yeah.
Which you didn't get to see, but like that's what he's supposed to be, like the smart character, like the muscle and the brains. And I like it because I like people who like invent things, and I like people who like smart like that, who can come up with brilliant like ideas and stuff like that.
I really love this movie.
Wheeljack, even though a lot of people don't like the design for Wheeljack, I liked Wheeljack in this movie. I like this version better than Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon, he sounded like an old man, and he died, which was sad because I did like Wheeljack in the movie, but not as much as like this movie.
I don't think there's any Transformer I didn't like in this movie.
I know. Stratosphere I liked, the Scottish guy. I liked his accent. I thought he was funny. And I liked that he was like, what is his name? He's like Jetfire. He's like the Jetfire of this movie, basically. Yeah. Because he's like old, but he's also like funny. I don't know. He's just is funny.
It was also it was the only movie that I liked both of the human characters, and they weren't useless.
I mean,
they actually had a purpose. But also, let's say, the way they portrayed the fight at the very end, that they were kind of losing, and then Bumblebee steps in, and it shows how vital it is to have Bumblebee.
Nighthawk was cool. I liked all the villains too. The Terracons, they were cool as well. Unicron was cool to see because we don't know much about Unicron. Yeah. I thought he looked really dope. Yeah. But Scourge, I think is his name, Scourge, and Battletrap and Nighthawk, I think is their name. They were all really like missing, and I liked that they had that they felt like a threat. Like, you know what I mean? Like they actually felt like a threat, unlike some of the other villains we've seen, like Quintessa, like, oh, she's a threat or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever. No, they actually felt like Dropkick and Shatter. Like they felt intimidating to me when I was watching the movie. I was like yes, this is what I want. Give me this.
This was just so amazing. We could go on and on and on about it.
And I like that Bumblebee was the one that killed Night.
Oh yes.
Or whatever it was. Like it was so cool. Cause he comes flying out of the sky and grabs her and stuff. It's fun.
I was scared though that Mirage was gone, but when he comes back at the very end, I was so happy.
That just goes to show that they're definitely making more, because this is a rebooted universe. So even though it's, I know I said it's, you know what I mean, like, but like.
So
I'm excited to see what they got next.
I can't wait to see what's next, because this was just perfection. Like
even though Unicron isn't dead, he is trapped, so he might come back. So I'm excited to see. I want to see him like kill Unicron.
I want to see what happens next in Noah's life. Maybe the little brother was awesome too. I loved him a lot.
Also, their weapons were dope in this movie as well.
Yes.
Like
everything was just so great, guys.
Like I said, Rhinox's hammer and the weird sickle thingy that or sickle spear thingy that Primal has, I think, and then Optimus Prime's axe and his like arm cannon and stuff. It's like they had really like dope weapons.
Yes. If you guys have not seen the movie, you need to see it. You guys, I promise it's not like Michael Bay's Transformers at all. Like, it was fantastic. And I can't wait to see what they do next.
Probably has something to do with G.I. Joe, because at the end of the movie they had that G.I. Joe
That would be an interesting thing. I haven't seen G.I. Joe.
Imagine Transformers break in, just start breaking like all the G.I. Joe like toys or whatever. Just like blasting all. Like seriously though, that's what a lot of people are speculating, is that the next like live action one is gonna have something to do with them fighting G.I. Joe, or that they're gonna be enlisted to help fight G.I. Joe or whatever. Yeah. So I don't know.
Anyway.
But, what's that guy's name? Ape. Something Ape. The guy at the beginning that looks like Optimus Prime. I liked him, even though we didn't get to see much of him. I liked his character a lot too. Oh. His arm sword things were cool. I don't know. I feel really bad when he died though, because I was looking forward to meeting him.
Again, they do a great job of getting you hooked on.
And you could see the sadness on Optimus Prime's face when they're flying through the portal, because he's like really sad. Not only that,
but when he kills
you can feel the pain and the like that's another thing. They do real good with the CGI on this movie, because you can feel the expression from the face. unlike the other ones where it's like kind of hard to tell. Like
Right.
I don't know, it's just like they did really well on that, and so I don't know.
Everything was just so good.
Yeah.
guys.
So anyway, I'm sorry I didn't mean to prolong this. I just had
No,
to say
you're
that.
good. If you guys want to see us do more Transformer videos, hit that like button and comment down below.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.